Hello, welcome to the Tealium Challenge, Advertising Against the Forecast. My name is Dan, and I'm the Solutions Consulting Operations Manager at Tealium. Much of the website information that you capture about a visitor is based upon what they're viewing and what they're clicking on the website. So this is great information. It's affinity-based information, and it's often used to be able to target an individual for all of your marketing campaigns. But there are other ways to learn information about a visitor. For example, there are APIs that exist in the wild that can tell us where a person exists in the world as well as what the weather forecast can be for that location. So the question I propose to you is, what if you were able to target your visitors based on their weather forecast? Our use case today is going to talk about how to do that, and it's going to focus around the temperature falling below 60 degrees at night for a visitor in Southern California. And if that happens, send an email with a cardigan sweater. So let's jump into the details about how to do just that. In Tealium IQ, we're going to use a Tealium custom container. And within that custom container, we have to write some JavaScript code to be able to first determine a visitor's location, and second, to get the forecast based on that location. That's going to spit out some information that we can use with an audience stream, but first we have to declare it in the data layer. So you can see here we're gathering the visitor's city, the state, and the lowest temperature at night. We send that information into audience stream, and we can create a Boolean attribute that gets set to true anytime the weather is below 60 degrees at night. So we can take this weather forecast is called Boolean and use that in an audience. And as long as that Boolean is true and we have the email for the visitor, they can join this folks cold at night audience. We'll take that audience and then use it in our mandrill action. Within that action, we can pass the visitor's email address as well as the city and state that they belong to. If we go over to my inbox, we can see right now it's empty, but I hope to be able to inject an email that looks like this. We're going to take the city and state that was passed from the action, and it's going to be mapped into the email so that it's going to be specific to that visitor. I already have a trace running to show what this is going to look like, and we can see over on the left-hand side, I'm part of that audience. My temperature at night is below 43 degrees, and within my data, I have information like the city and state. So I want to be able to target this visitor at the end of the visit. So I'm going to use my audience stream trace functionality within my Tealium tool and force the end of visit with my stop trace button. What this is going to do is send that information into audience stream. It's going to see that the visit ended, and it's going to allow me to join an audience and then be targeted with my mandrill connector. So as these feed through here, we can see that I have an action triggered, and as well that my action was processed. We can see specifically this was for mandrill. If I go back to my inbox, we can see now I have an email, and my city and state have been injected into the email. So that's how you use APIs to learn more information about a visitor so that you can target them. This email is just one example. You can use this across any of your channels, such as social media. So that's it for today's Advertising Against the Challenge forecast. We use the free GeoIP.net to determine the location, the Yahoo Weather API to determine the forecast. We stored that information into audience stream and triggered an email with mandrill. I hope this sparked some creative ideas. Thanks for joining us.